Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a quick little Monster Legends sneak peek video. All of this information is from the Monster Legends Coalition Discord. There's a link in the description. Thank you Sonar for posting this. This can all be found in the sneak peek section, okay? So let us begin. We're going to start with talking about Hornet, the upcoming monster, and then we can talk about everything else such as the limited edition book, the Halloween book, which by the way I started preparing for a long time ago. I'm like, I feel like there's going to be a limited edition book around Halloween, so let me start accumulating some Halloween monsters. So, I'll let you guys know how well that worked out for me. But with that being said, let's get into this, and of course there will be an actual analysis when we get more information about the monster, official information such as his stats, the cooldown on skills, and all of that good stuff. So let us begin. Hornet. Reliable metal, removes 10% of total life from one enemy. Too fast for you, removes 15% of total life. Man, this is a monster that's just going to kill you by taking away percentage points. So, could obviously be partnered up with any other monster that takes away percentage points. The 6k barrier, removes 20% of total life from one enemy, applies blind twice to an enemy, requires cooldown. Nice, very nice. 4 in line, applies shock twice to an enemy, applies nanovirus twice to an enemy. So this monster is all about twice this, twice that, making sure something lands on the enemy, which is really great considering hardened, bulwark, tough, all of that stuff. Let's see, removes all negative effects from all allies. Wait, removes negative effects from all allies. Okay, applies positive effect protection to all allies. That can be pretty good. I feel like positive effects protection more and more is becoming important in the game. Smoked helmet removes 20% of total life from an enemy, applies major damage reduction and blind to all enemies. I love the fact that this is an AoE, and I love the fact that it's a single target for those scenarios where you need to attack a dodge area monster, but you also get the AoE benefit of applying major damage reduction and blind. So with blind, 50% less likelihood for enemy monsters to land an attack against you, and major damage reduction, even if they do land an attack against you, well, their attack is 50% weaker. You can kind of think about this as an upgraded Daze, right? Because Daze reduces damage output by 25% and accuracy by 25%. This is major damage reduction plus blind. This is like Super Daze, essentially. Revised and lubricated, removes positive effects from itself. Okay. Removes all negative effects from itself. Okay. Gives 1 extra turn. So literally it's like an extra turn skill. This monster somewhat reminds me of what's his face? One of the metal monster that has a total what's his name? I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comments below. Let's see. Removes all negative status effects from all allies. Okay. Immunity to control and torture. This I love. This is fantastic. I imagine Hornet is going to be super fast. Like super fast. He'll probably be the fastest. What is he, a metal monster, an earth monster? Looks like a metal monster. I feel like he'll be the fastest metal monster, and just the fact that you can start the game off by giving your team immunity to control and giving immune to torture, which are so prevalent in the game, I think that's amazing. I mean, just imagine facing a Warmaster Draguard that starts the game off with sunburn. You can clear the sunburn, you can give your team immunity to torture and immunity to control, so you can't get denied. You like if you fight a Warmaster, I was gonna say Warmaster Ruby. If you fight a Ruby the Nemesis, Zyron the Ruby, Ruby can apply ignition and 2 random control skills. That skill will literally do nothing to you. So I like this. I wonder what his trait is gonna be. Maybe he'll be immune to. I was gonna say maybe he'll be immune to control himself. I don't know, maybe he'll have an evolving trait, so I guess we shall see. Blind Corners removes 30% of total life from an enemy, applies total blind and guard down to all enemies. I think this is phenomenal because this is a deny skill. You total blind the enemy monsters and you make it so your attacks land. With guard down, your attacks will always land. I like that a lot. DP26 Syndrome removes 30% of total life from one enemy, removes positive effects from all enemies, applies nanovirus. I like this skill a lot too. So any positive effect the enemy monsters may have is completely gone, and you apply nanovirus, which will deal low metal damage, and it will prevent them from applying positive effects. So for example, against Megaton monsters, not only can you remove the Megatons, you're also, with the nanovirus, you're going to prevent them from reapplying Megatons. This is awesome. So far we have a skill that gives your team immunity to control and torture. We have a total blind and guard down, great combination, and we have a removing positive effects / nanovirus. And then we have Super Light ER6N, removes 40% of total life from an enemy, applies minor blind and shock to all enemies, requires cooldown. So minor blind reduces accuracy by 25%, that's why it's minor, and shock essentially prevents extra turn skills. So I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of shock, but I will say in a world where every single monster just about has an extra turn skill or turn transfer skill, shock could definitely come in handy. And then the ultimate removes 50% of total life from one enemy, applies nanovirus and shock. So This monster will never take away more than 40%. The good thing about this monster is you don't need any strength runes. The way I see it, he's either going to be a team speed holder or an odd 3 speed holder, depending how fast he is. Considering his name is Hornet, I imagine he's going to be fast. Again, I'm predicting he'll be the fastest metal monster that gets released. I can't say for sure, so once we see everything, I will say I like it though. I actually do like it. I love the total blind. It's a AoE total blind, right? And guard down. That's phenomenal. You blind the enemy, and all of your future attacks will land. The fact that you can nanovirus is great. Remove positive effects is great. I did love the major damage reduction in blind, but I don't know if you would really use it. The immunity to blind and torture is good. So I gotta say, I like this monster. As a support monster, anti-monster, anti-meta, so to speak, I like this monster. I actually do. Hornet's Tail, introducing a brand new top monster. Hornet is a very, very fast... Oh, Thunder! I was not expecting Thunder. Okay, that explains why he can shock. That explains why he can shock. Debuffer and support monster. Okay, so scratch what I said about him being metal. I guess I should read first, but hey, this is a sneak peek, so kind of seeing things for the first time so you can see my reaction. So that explains the shock. So Voltic, Zyla, beware, you will not be able to do your extra turn skills. And according to this, he's a very, very fast. They made sure to emphasize it. So I imagine he's going to outspeed the fastest monster in the game, Mercurius. Mercurius has a speed of 3663 if I'm not mistaken. So Hornet, I imagine, will be able to beat him. Collect all of his tokens and you have the chance to get Hornet himself. That's if you can get through the challenge. So I imagine it'll be easy enough to get Hornet. He's not game breaking by any sense, but I like him. As of right now, I like him. Let's move up and see what else we have to offer. The Baron Trader Master of Paths. So we'll talk about the Master of Paths event. It's Volgar, it's Wolfgang, it's Baron Trader, and all of it is actually out there, so we can see. Trick or Treat. Let's play the Monster Legends version of Trick or Treat. Collect pieces of candy throughout several events this month and see how candy loot grows in the Trick or Treat time challenge. You will get Cane Cells. Ooh, Cane Cells. That's awesome. Voltar Progressive. Halloween Book. We'll talk more about this in a little bit. We have the Canine breeding event. Canine, I would say, is still one of the better monsters in the game. He's light, he can activate cooldowns, he can guard down, he can stun, he's fantastic. And in order to breed him, you will need who do you need? You need a Lord Moltis and an Ultrabot. Ultrabot, by the way, is breedable. If you don't have Ultrabot, you can substitute Galante, and if you don't have Lord Moltis, you can substitute Violet. You can't, however, substitute both of them, so it's only one or the other. So that means Lord Moltis and Galante, or Violet and Ultrabots. There's going to be a VIP breeding event. Online VIP monsters will be available during this exclusive event. So if you have been urging to get some of these VIP monsters, now might be your chance to do so. Hornet tokens in the Monster Wood. So yeah, I imagine getting tokens for Hornet is going to be easy enough. And let's see, Canine breeding, crowds on progressive. This is actually going on now. So let's talk about, here, let me transition over to something else. Okay, so now I am on the official SocialPoint forum, so all of this is official, is confirmed. Master of Paths, Episode 8. Master of Paths is back, and this time you have the opportunity to get Wolfgang, Baron Trader, the Inheritor, and Zyla the Faithful. Look at that, you don't even need to worry about the VIP breeding event, because you can actually get Zyla via the Master of Paths event. Now here's the thing, the fourth monster in the path, you're never able to get that monster free to play, even if you have perfect logins. So you won't actually be able to get Zyla, but hopefully you can get enough cells to craft her. So you will face 4 paths, and your goal is to reach the end and get the precious scroll of Master of Paths, which is hidden somewhere in the maze. So basically the way it works is, aside from getting a bunch of cells and the egg itself, you can also get a scroll, and depending on how many scrolls you get at the end of the event, you'll get some additional rewards. We'll talk about those. So the very first path, the easiest one, is going to be the Wolfgang pathway, which is going to be from October 7th to October 9th. Then is Baron Trader, and then the Inheritor, and then Zyla the Faithful. Now, if you manage to get these scrolls, depending on how many scrolls you can get 1 during each pathway, you'll get different rewards. So if you only manage to get 1 scroll, let's say from Wolfgang, you will get these rewards right here. If you manage to get 2 of them, you will get the rewards right here. If you manage to get 3 of them, and I would say 3 is the sweet spot because, hey, a level 6 rune, a level 6 rune, a level 6 rune, that's pretty nice, and you even get yourself a silver relic. If you manage to get all 4 scrolls, which I think actually is possible free to play, you get 3 level 7 runes and a gold relic chest. Pretty darn awesome. It's important to keep in mind that the maze coins you get from Wolfgang, you can absolutely not use them for another one. That's why they're different colored. So make sure to move your Wolfgang as far as you can from those maze coins, okay? Let's move on to the time limited book, Halloween. So starting October 7th, you can find a list of monsters in the books and the dates they will be obtainable in the game. So even if you don't have them, you can get them. And also in the 4th and 5th chapter, if you complete them, you also unlock some avatars. So chapter 1, Pandakin, Greenasaur, Shiluk, and Electrex, pretty easy to get. Chapter 2, Bonbon, Vortex, Zomdoff, and Haze. I think the only hard one to get is going to be Zomdoff. I don't know whether or not they're going to make them obtainable. I imagine they should. Hopefully they do for newer players. Chapter 3, this is where we start getting some of the monsters. This is where it starts getting a little harder, but SocialPoint makes it available to pretty much get every single monster in the limited edition book. So Rascal will be available in Monsterwood. Fliplock, Scourgepeg, these are beatable epics. Wolfgang is going to be available Monster Paths. Vampyria is a 70-hour challenge, so for those of you that have been waiting for the 70-hour challenge, here it comes, starting October 25th. Lux is going to be available in the Time Guardians Maze, which is October 16th. Chapter 4, this is where you get the better rewards, Chapter 4 and 5. Volthar, fortunately I have Volthar, but starting October 8th, the Dawn's Fortress Progressive. Zyla is available in the Master of Paths. Keep in mind there's also going to be a VIP breeding event. We have Kronzian Guard, the Time Guardian Maze, October 16th. We have Devastrus, the quest event, October 14th. Sunblast, he's going to be the secret monster in the maze. Lord Pumpseed, so many monsters. The Pumpkin Dome Grand Prix, so this is the new team race monster. Oldnair, available in a breeding event. Luckily, I've been getting some Oldnair cells. Mephisto, available in a breeding event. Remember when Mephisto was super tough to get? Well, now he's in the breeding event. Chapter 5, super excited for this. Hukuai, I have been waiting to get this monster. I would say this is one of the must-have monsters in the game. He's going to be available in the Duck's Fortress Progressive event. So I got to be on the lookout for October 12th. Scotty Vera. Remember I told you earlier that I have been waiting for a Halloween event? Scotty Vera is one that I started requesting cells for, and I have enough to craft him, so I am going to start crafting him. So he's available starting October 27th. Hornet is available starting October 19th via the Hornet's Tail. He's a monster we did the review in the beginning of the video. We have Kronks. Time Challengers Maze. That sounds fun. October 24th. Lum the Magical. Wow, Lum the Magical Matriarch is a secret monster. Secret maze monster? That doesn't seem right, but I guess we shall see. Or secret as in they're not going to tell us how to get it. That's probably the same for Sunblast. No, that's the maze, right? So keep in mind that the way they do mazes now, it's split. It's not one big 14-day maze. It's a 7-day maze and a 7-day maze. So this could be your chance to get Lum. Awesome. But then you might have to forego getting the monster at the end. I don't know. We'll see. Nux the Condemned, available from the VIP breeding event. Oh man, Chapter 5 is tough. You need a VIP, you need a Nemesis, and then you need some pretty top tier monsters and some new monsters, right? Like, I don't have Hukuai. I also don't have Izel. I have Inheritor. I have Nox. I don't think I have Lum. And obviously these two are new, so it's going to be a tough one for me. Anyway, Inheritor, Master Pats event. Izel, Halloween Chest. Ooh, Halloween Chest. I don't know how I feel about that. But he's going to be available October 31st. Maybe I should start requesting cells. I don't know if I can or not. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is the Halloween event, the Master of Pats event, and then I talked about Hornet early on. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this Monster Legends sneak peek. Let me know in the comments below, what are you the most excited about? And let me know what you think about Hornet. Do you like him? Do you dislike him? What do you think about his skill set? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Any thoughts in the comments below? Thank you very much to everyone, and I will see you all next time.